Hi, guys. I'm here. So, thank you so much for being here. I would love it if in the chat you would just say hello and let me know you're here. Let us know where you're from, and we will get started. All right, you guys. So this is going to be an herbal question and answer chat primarily, and also I want to just meet you again because I've kind of been gone for a while. I actually started a YouTube membership a while back, and if you were in that, I want you to go into the community on the channel, on my channel, and look for your name if it's on a list. Because for the people who were there as members, I'm giving a great big discount for you guys in the school because I was just missing in action for a little while, but I'm back now. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Terry. So good to see you guys. We've got Illinois, Louisiana. I'm up in North Idaho. I know Harani's here. She's helping me today. She's in Rhode Island. So we got the U.S. is, well, mainly the East Coast is, well, Louisiana is like central, right? But yeah, so I kind of disappeared for a while. A couple of reasons for that. Number one, my family had some really terrible health challenges, including an attempted suicide. And I just have been, dealing with that family stuff. On top of that, we moved our homestead and our whole entire homestead, animals, everything. And we moved our clinic and apothecary as well to a place, a new home in a nearby town here up here in North Idaho, so that we could fit everything into the house. And that's been going on for months now, like 3 months. And then on top of that, you'll see behind me here, I wrote the textbook for our aromatherapy certification course. It's 665 pages long. It's a quite a text. And I got that done, and that course is out now too. So it's been very, very busy. And I'm also writing a book for a publishing company as well. So little craze over here. But I miss you guys, and I'm back, and I've got to get back on the YouTube channel. And thankfully, we've been growing the whole time. The channel's continued to grow, and that's because there's so many videos on my channel that are so valuable. So if you're just popping in here and you're interested in herbalism but you can't stay, check out my channel, because hundreds of videos, lots of how-tos, and I really love sharing why the herbs work. We get into the science and plus the formulations and lots of how-tos. So you can learn safe herbalism on my channel right here too. Let's see, who else do we have here? Liliana, hi, Stanford, Connecticut. And then we've got Tanya from South Dakota, and Erica's in Orlando, Florida. And hi, so glad you're all here. So that's a little bit of a catch up with what's happening with me and why there haven't been more live videos. But now that we're pretty situated, like I've got my office situated, the apothecary area is situated, we're starting to grow more medicinal herbs out in the field. So that's going. I think we planted around 100 trees and shrubs. Hi, Black Venus from the Philippines. And half Latina Joyce here from Seattle, yay. And Keisha from North Carolina. Oh, Patricia, you found me from Samaritan Ministries. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, that was a fun interview. So we're members we don't have insurance. We're in a share plan, a Christian kind of insurance share plan, but it's not really insurance. And they interviewed me. And it was funny because the lady who interviewed me told me that she was like, "Well, we're going to get you out there in one of our newsletters." And then her boss said, "No, let's wait." And I think it was because it's herbalism, and I'm pretty hardcore when it comes to um, you know herbal medicine and teaching it and using it. Like, we haven't taken any over the counter or pharmaceuticals and I would say nearly 14, 15 years. It's been a really long time, and what a blessing it has been for us. So this knowledge is amazing, and I want to share it with you. It's there's just nothing like something happening, and you can go to your cupboard and you can make something quickly, or you have it already on hand with what you need, and then you're ready to go. You don't have to run to the store. You don't have to spend all this money. You also are helping your body to heal instead of just masking it with drugs. So whatever the ailment is. So anyway, if you have questions, put them in the chat. I'm just here to say hi for a few minutes, answer any questions you have about herbs or essential oils, or if you want to know more about what's been going on with me. I just kind of shared that in the beginning of this talk, but if you want to ask more questions, I'm good with that too. I'm pretty transparent. So let's see here. Hi, Jean. Jean's here too. Awesome. Okay, she's going to help out as well. Promised Land Ranch. Love that name. Debbie's from there, from Arizona. And let's see. Oh, Harani, good, has asked in here, what other herb type videos would you all like to see on this channel? Yeah, if there's something you want me to do, right here on the channel, it's, free for all of us, put it in the chat. Let me know what you'd like to see, because this is your channel as well as mine. In fact, it's probably more yours. It is all yours than it is mine. And I'm doing this for you. So let's see. Emmy's from Argentina. And Venus says, how can I purchase a copy of your Essential Oils 101? So if you're meaning this textbook, that comes with my certification course. It's the only way you can get it, because the course is built around the text. So and I've got a school, and we can put the link to the school in there if you want to see it. But basically, it's learn.healingharvesthomestead.com, and that will take you over to the school, and you can see what we offer there. So Argentina's in the house, and the Netherlands. Hi, Jack. Robert, sorry, Robert from the Netherlands is here. I've always wanted to go there and see that place. It seems like it's so beautiful. Let's see, do you have any experience with 100% pure gum off turpentine? No, I do not have any experience with that. I do use rosin occasionally for different things, and I use pine tar mainly for making soap. But those are like that pine tar is helpful for different skincare issues and things like that. I don't really get into the turpentine. Liliana says, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2020 right after COVID started. I am so sorry. Those autoimmune diseases are mysterious, and they're very rough, and doctors don't really know what causes them. And I know you must be very, very careful with your immune system. You need to keep your stress levels down, your immune system healthy and up, and that seems to help a lot of the issues. And then as far as herbal working with the how the symptoms are presenting in your body, then we pick and choose what to do for each individual person. And then Robert here, I'm sorry, you're Jack Johnson on the thing, so I know you're Robert. Fibro is a shortage of iodine. Look up Dr. Jorge Flechas. Yes, for different people, it's caused by different things, and it's perhaps it is iodine. Be careful with iodine, because it does affect the thyroid as well. And then Jacqueline from South Carolina, link please of the school. Okay, let's see. Oh, Harani Oh, she put a direct link to the information page for the aromatherapy. Let me go ahead and I'll write the link to the school in here too. It's really easy. It's learn.healingharvesthomestead.com is the direct link to go right to the school. Otherwise, you can just go to my website, healingharvesthomestead.com, and there's a link over there too. And then Jacqueline says, have you used sweet gum balls for medicinal use? No, because I don't live anywhere near where they grow. However, I have some friends who have, and they seem to be really helpful for things. Shay says, I love you. So glad I found this. I've watched your other shows. Well, thank you, Shay, very, very much. Joy says, hi, is Feverfew a blood thinner? I used it for the first time and got nosebleeds both times. What is a good alternative? It depends on why you used it. Feverfew is wonderful at helping to bring down fevers. It's also really excellent if you have migraine headaches. I like a combination of Feverfew, spearmint, and lemon balm, specifically for headaches or the migraines. So it just depends on why you're using the feverfew. Many herbs can thin the blood. And the thing with herbs, you guys, is that they work differently on different people's bodies. So you need to be aware of this. Herbs are not like drugs. The doctors will give you, or tell you to go take Tylenol or something, and they expect it to work about the same on every person. The reality is not even drugs work the same on every person, right? We know this. And as a matter of fact, dosing, most of the over-the-counter drugs are based on a 150-pound man, not a woman, and not a big man, and not a little tiny lady. Or that's how that's how the dosing is figured out. So we really should be adjusting dosages too. But in terms of herbs, herbs have broader ranges of actions and uses than medicinal over-the-counter drugs and prescriptions, and that's because they have something called energetics, and we're learning about energetics right now in the Confident Herbalist Tribe. That's my membership. So that's one of our special sessions that are going on right now. And it's really interesting because there's a lot that goes into how our bodies react to the herbs. And so as herbalists, we try to basically learn about the body that we're working with, whether it's our own or somebody else's. And then we choose herbs that are going to be really good for that body and that are going to match up. You want to try to match up the herbs with that. And Joy says for both headache and fever. So if it's for fever, Feverfew is a diaphoretic. And I think that like the elderflower is a really nice substitute if you're working with fevers. And yarrow is another nice substitute for feverfew. They're pretty powerful, and always do a little extra research. And then for migraines, you can just leave it out and then just go with the spearmint and the lemon balm. And then essential oils can be really helpful for migraines as well, specifically peppermint. Be sure you're using a high quality company though, and not, Amazon or a cheap, MLM company or a third-party labeled company. Please stay away from those. I've done videos on that before. It's crazy. You're going to get an adulterated essential oil. I'm not even going to say probably. You just are. Okay, they're not good. Here's an example. So I know a lady who sells third-party labeled essential oils in her shop. And you guys, just because it's an herbal shop or a tea shop or, it's natural doesn't mean they know about essential oils at all. And she's got 2 lavenders on there. One of the lavender essential oils comes from a distiller, a little farm. They distill their own oils that is near her, and those are $20 a bottle for a little 10 ml bottle of lavender essential oil. That's what it should cost. If you're working with real lavender that's high quality, it should cost $20-ish for a bottle, yay size right here. She has another kind of lavender on her site that is $6, same size. What does that tell you? that's on her third party label. So just beware. Know what you're buying. Don't be trusting everybody, and always ask if you're not sure. Okay, because I can help you with that. Okay, Cassandra says, hello. So nice to see you again. Thanks, Cassandra. I appreciate that. I have a few questions. I'm interested in joining the tribe, but I'm more focused on aromatherapy right now. Are there resources for essential oils in the tribe? There are a few. We've got some, I think there's around 10 to 12 aromatherapy master classes on specific oils. So it's not massively huge. It's really more predominantly herbal. But I teach both at the same time. In fact, like if you're taking my aromatherapy certification course, you're going to get some herbalism. If you're taking my family herbalist certification course, you're going to get some aromatherapy. Because to me, if you think about what an essential oil is, an essential oil is simply a special steam distilled extract of the plant. So it's another extract. A tincture is a special extract of the plant. An herbal infused oil is a special extract from the plant. A glycerite or an oxymel. All of these are different extracts from the plant in different solvents. And with essential oils, it's kind of like when they say it's alchemy, it really kind of is, because the little tiny terpene molecules are carried up in the steam, and then they're condensed back into a liquid form, and that's where the essential oil comes from. But it's another extract from the plant. So I feel like aromatherapy is a very specialized subsection of herbalism. And I'm both. I have certifications and lots of training in both. And I love them both. I just love them. I've got my diffuser going here. I take herbs every day. So yeah. So the tribe has some things, and you're welcome to ask lots of questions about aromatherapy in there too. And then also, are there resources for pregnancy and postpartum? So in my Ditch the Drugstore course, which is my family herbalism program, there are resources for pregnancy and postpartum. And then inside the Confident Herbalist tribe, it's a little more organic in there. It's a resource. So we have a couple of women in there who kind of specialize with the pregnancy and the postpartum and all things that have to do with that. And we have a lot of help in there for things like this. Oh, you're welcome, Joy, very much. Erica says, is hops good for pain externally with rubbing alcohol? I'm not sure what you mean by with rubbing alcohol, but if you're using a hops liniment, which you could use a tincture for that, yes, it will be. Also, hops infused oil can be really helpful. And there's a hops essential oil. I just was going to go run and get it because I love mine. I just love smelling it. It's really calming. But the essential oil is full of a chemical, and I believe is it B-caryophyllene, or it's pretty sure it's B-caryophyllene, but it's the same chemical that makes CBD so powerful. In fact, hops is a very close relative of hemp, or cannabis. It doesn't have the THC and it doesn't have any psychoactive compounds, but it's extremely effective for just calming the nervous system and helping with pain and inflammation. Really, really helpful. And I do love using it externally. As well as internally. And it's also nice for helping you to go to sleep too. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Harani. Harani's putting in videos that are relevant to what we're talking about here. So she put in the how and where to buy pure, high quality essential oils. And I've got a huge list on my website where I buy my own. And these are all companies that are vetted by me. I don't make money from like 90% of them. I'm not an affiliate. I just trust them, and I want you buying good essential oils and herbs too. There's a list of herb shops I buy from there too. So if you go to my website at healingharvesthomestead.com, go to the Explore area, that tab, and then go down to where it says Shopping Guide. If you click there, you'll see where I buy my essential oils and stuff. And you're welcome to go price shopping between the companies. It's really interesting what they all offer. Yeah, Joy says, thank you for the help. I'm still trying to find an elder tree, but I have a hard time identifying it. So you want to look at the leaves for sure. The leaves are going to be serrated and they're on something called leaflets. A leaflet is a stem that has leaves coming off of it, and then it's attached to the branch. And that's actually its own leaf, really, and it's called a leaflet. And they're always odd. So they have anywhere between 5 and 9 um, little leaves on the leaflet. Okay. Uh, let's see. Once you identify an elderberry, you'll always be able to identify an elderberry. So just keep working on that, but be sure you've really got elderberry. There are quite a few lookalikes. Locke van Hoof, I love your name. Hello from the Netherlands. Is there a sort of foolproof way to make out in the field what an unknown herb is useful for? Yes, actually. So herbalists, those of us who get out in the wild and we forage, we do something called organoleptics. And organoleptics simply means that we use our senses, including our taste, to figure out what an herb is, or to help us know for sure what an herb is. And this happens with a lot of experience over time. So if you're brand new, you don't want to go out into the wild and start tasting herbs, because there are some that can kill you, literally. You want to be sure that you've got a proper identification. But once you know, or you get to a state in your foraging where you feel comfortable tasting, or definitely you can smell them, if the aromatics will have a scent. A lot of times those odors, the fragrances from the plant, as well as the taste, the flavors, will give you an idea of what they do. So if a plant is bitter, the bitter taste is a sign that it's actually got some toxicity to it. But the bitter herbs, if they're not low dose, and when I say low dose, that means that they're usually used in homeopathic formulas in teeny tiny amounts, or you don't use them at all, or pharmaceutical companies have figured out how to extract just one ingredient and then they turn that into a medicine. But the bitter flavor will indicate toxicity to an extent, but bitters are really helpful for our digestive system. So if you taste a bitter flavor, you know that that's probably going to stimulate the digestive processes and really be helpful to us. If you experience a salty flavor in an herb, nettle leaf is a great example. So is horsetail and chickweed and those springtime herbs that come up like cleavers. The salty flavor indicates that there's a lot of minerals and that they're going to be very nourishing. They're also going to be helpful for the urinary system, generally speaking. These are also herbs that you don't want to tincture in alcohol if you're looking for the mineral content to get into your body, because the alcohol doesn't extract the minerals. So you want to use those for teas if you want the mineral content. But they have other constituents too, so you just need to kind of get to know them that way. But that's a rough idea of how you can use organoleptics to help figure out what an herb is useful for if you're in the field. But absolutely, it's just experience and getting out there, and lots of years of doing it. Yeah, thank you, Erica. I'm glad you agree with that. Be careful where you get your oils. Absolutely. And Canada's here, Elizabeth. Hello. Jean says there are 16 master classes on essential oils in the tribe, and we do have safety in there. My essential oil reference guide is in there too. And then Jean says that the Family Herbalist Certification course has 25 aromatic data sheets. So we do go pretty heavily into the essential oils in the Family Herbalist Certification. Joy says, would using a hydrosol be a good alternative if not able to afford higher priced essential oils? Yes. Hydrosols are great. And one of the things I love about hydrosols, and I distill my own, is that you're getting trace amounts of the essential oil usually, especially if the plant is higher in essential oils like peppermint or yarrow. So you're getting the trace essential oils in the hydrosol along with other liquid constituents. Now, it's not like a tea. Hydrosols are very different than teas. Like, teas are infused in liquid, but you know, yes, hydrosols in substitution for those more expensive oils like rose. Oh my goodness, I love using rose hydrosol on my skin. It's amazing. And I love combining it with a little bit of willow bark tincture. I know that sounds like it might be drying, but willow bark is astringent and so is rose. And guess what that does for older lady skin? Like, I'm 61 years old. I use this every day, but astringent herbs that are still gentle can tighten and tone the skin and really do nice things for us. Let's see. And do I sell St. John's wort oil? Do you know what? I probably will be this year. Usually, we we actually go out and forage fresh St. John's wort for our students in the tribe and ditch the drugstore and the family herbalist certification. And this year, the post office never sent us boxes. And of course, like I just mentioned at the beginning of this, we're in the middle of moving the homestead and the apothecary and to a new property. So we're in a new place with new post people and trying to get organized and unpacked and used to everything. So Shawnee says, but anyway, as far as selling the St. John's wort oil, we have plans. This property is big enough. It's got some outbuildings. So we're going to get an FDA approved product shop up and going and a classroom so I can teach in person. So I'm really looking forward to that. Shawnee says, hello from Minnesota. Hi, Shawnee. When we go for a walk in the woods as a family, we love to take pictures of new plants as well as familiar ones, make a note of where we found it, and then use our books for ideas. Excellent. And I'm so glad you guys do that as a family. That's amazing. Your kids are going to be just so blessed by you doing this with them. You guys, I'm going to answer some more questions, but I want to invite you to, I'm doing a webinar training not this coming week, but the week after. I've done it before. It's called the 5 Best Herbs to Start Your Home Apothecary. And I talk about 5 herbs that you can actually find in the grocery store. You can grow easily, even in pots, no matter where you live, pretty much, and they're very common and easy to find, and they're not expensive. And so we're going to talk about the medicinal benefits of those plants and how to get your home apothecary started, even just with those 5. Okay, so that's coming. And then today, let's see, I have a home apothecary guide for you. It's linked up to, if Harani's still here, it's linked up to that all access page. So that's a free video page that I have. I'm going to be sharing that more this week with people. But if Harani puts the link in for that, then you can get my apothecary guide, and you can get that video page. But just know the videos are old. I'm in the process of refilming them, but I wanted to get on here and say hello. But yeah, go to the web. If you haven't done the webinar with me before, you want to do this webinar. Seats are limited. Like last time I did it was in January, I think. It's been a while, been like 6 months, but like we had one of the webinars completely fill up and people couldn't get in. So you want to save your seat if this is something that you want to do. And Harani just put that link in there for you. It's a short bit.ly link. So let's see here. And Shawnee says, I am chickweed rich, not sure what to make with it. So Shawnee, chickweed is wonderful for your body. It is so good for you. Very, very high in all kinds of nutrition. It's very helpful for your skin. It's wonderful for the skin, internally and topically. So if I had a lot of chickweed growing around me, what I would do is I would harvest it and I would dry it and I would make infused oil with that. So that's one thing you can do. And then I would put some in some vinegar. because the vinegar is going to extract those minerals. And once you get that extraction done after about 4 to 6 weeks, then you can take it and strain it off and mix it with some honey, and you'll have a beautiful oxy meal that you can, use, and your kids will probably just love that. So that's another way you can get the nutrition from the chickweed. And then with the infused oil, once it's done, you can use it to make these beautiful salves for your skin. So they're wonderful. Joy says there is a lot of poison hemlock that's growing in random areas of the city. Noticed Queen Anne's lace as well, and they're related. They're kind of like lookalikes with each other. Are herbs growing near it safe to harvest, or would the roots affect other herbs? To be honest, if I were encountering poison hemlock, I would just be safe and stay away from it, as well as plants growing nearby. So poison hemlock can do some really awful things to the body and the skin, and terrible rashes. And so thanks, Harani. She's putting the link in there if you guys want to go ahead and get signed up for the webinar, Save Your Seat. It's the week after next. I am going to be sending out replays. So if you can't make any of the times, just pick one, and then you'll get the replay for a few days to watch too. It does come with a free guide. It comes with a free, oh, I don't have it here. Maybe I have it over here. There's a lot that comes with this webinar. Anyway, I don't have a picture of it, but you'll see a picture of it when you go to sign up. You'll see what the book looks like. It comes with the book too. Let's see. Four Rooted Paws, Julia Jean. Hello, I just joined the Confident Herbal Tribe. Yay! Congratulations. I hope you love it in there. It's really special. We don't have people leave very often once they get into the tribe, because it's so active, and so many people are helpful, and just they're wonderful in there. And there's a ton of content. Like I've written stacks of books that about the plants and about all kinds of things. And now we're working on energetics. So it's a place to, if you're a brand new beginner, it can be very overwhelming. But if you've been dabbling with herbs for a while, or you feel pretty comfortable with them, the tribe is an amazing place to be. So yay, congratulations on that. Let's see here. It just happened here. All right. Well, you guys, I've been on for 30 minutes or so, I think. And I don't see any more questions in the chat right now. Oh, thank you, Shawnee. I'm so glad I found this live today. Thank you for the ideas. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, if you guys, we're high summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's time to get out there and start looking for things to harvest and to forage and to enjoy. So, and Julia Jean says, oh, yes, I've been looking around. Such great information. Yes, there's a lot of information in there. So much. And plus the people are incredible. And I go live in there almost every week, about 3 times a month or so. I'm live in the tribe. And I love it. Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and sign off. Please, if you, do I have the link for the, can you guys click the links in the chats? I don't know if you can or not. Oh, well, thank you, LM. Stumbled across your live. This is wonderful. Yeah, be sure you go to my channel. It's Heidi Villegas, and I don't know if my name, I hope my name's on here somewhere. But it's Healing Harvest Homestead. You can find it that way too. And subscribe to the channel. Be part of this. And you guys, seriously, if you could in the chat, if you have ideas for YouTube videos that you would like me to do, I can do it for you. So just put your ideas in. I'll just keep talking for another 5 minutes or so. But put your ideas in the chat, and I'll work on that. Liliana says, I started a home medicine chest with the 20 herbs. Oh, good. That's awesome. Oh, yes. I wrote an article on the website about the 20 best herbs to start a home apothecary with. So you can visit that. Definitely. I know, Erica, it is. It's amazing when you walk around. I saw a palm tree at the dog park. It really is amazing. Um, it's crazy, actually, the stuff that you'll find if you just like look at the plants. Just look at them. I kind of feel, and I'm not a weird woo-woo person, but when you look at the plant, it's an alive, it's there, and God put it there for us. And it's like meeting a really good friend. And when you get to know the plants and get to know how they act and behave, because they're like people in a way, they act and behave all differently, then we can start getting a sense for how we should work with them, and they're wonderful that way. Oh, you're welcome, Joy, very much. I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Yes, Harani says there's tons of information on the web. There is. My website's huge. So, um, oh, good. Congratulations, Liliana. I registered for the webinar. I will see you there then. Um, I have to tell you that if you sign up for the webinar, that does put you on my newsletter list. So I usually send a weekly newsletter. I'll be sending a few more because we're getting ready to open up Ditch the Drugstore for a brand new group of students, and that's our family herbalist program. So I just should give you a heads up. The emails that I send out when I open a new group are very informative, and you're going to learn things from them. But I send more than usual. Usually I send about 1 to 2 a week, and I teach something in those newsletters. So most people love my newsletters. They stay on my list. But if you don't, it's okay. You can just unsubscribe. Just go all the way to the bottom. You'll see where it says unsubscribe, and you can just get off my list. It's totally fine. No hard feelings at all. I would rather have you hop off if you don't like it than just stay there, and not ever open the emails. Just, unsubscribe. It's not a big deal. But I would love for you to stay if you like them, with all that says. Let's see here. Oh, Erica said it provided real fruit dates. Yeah, it was like, well, that's amazing, Erica. We used to go to Death Valley when I was a kid because I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada, Mojave Desert. Lots of herbs there too, believe it or not. But we used to go over to Death Valley, and I don't know why, but my dad loved to go there in July, like the hottest time of the year in Death Valley, the hottest place in the nation. And so I would die every July, basically, because I didn't like the heat very well. That's why I now live up north. I do a lot better up north. But the fruit dates, the dates on the palm trees were so good. I know, it is amazing. Oh, thanks, Ronnie. She put a YouTube video in there for us. Julia says, I started studying herbs for my pups with a canine herbalist, but I really want to be able to communicate with others. I know herbs are great for working with dogs and cats. They really are. So I have an animal aromatherapy certification, and but I feel very comfortable working with the herbs, especially, and the essential oils too. When I got the certification, we had to do case studies, and so I have a lot of animals, and I worked with mostly my own animals, but I worked with a few of my friends too, and doing some of the protocols that they laid out for us or suggested was really eye-opening, because animals have an innate ability to self-medicate. We as human beings have kind of lost that ability because we've become people who are just used to processed foods and more chemicals, too much salt, too much sweet. And so we don't have the senses that the animals have, but they're able to tell what they need. If you've ever watched a dog or a cat, one of my cats especially, she loves lemongrass. She loves it. I mean, she'll eat the leaves. And so that tells me, because I know what compounds are in lemongrass essential oil, it's an aromatic plant. what she's wanting in her body and what she might be needing. And she's probably trying to deworm is herself. So, but yeah, working with animals is so fun. And in Ditch the Drugstore, we actually have a section for animals too, because animals are part of our families, right? So if you're studying family herbalism, then you'd want to attend to your pets as well. T. Cook says, is St. John's wort done blooming now? It depends on where you are. So if you're a little farther south, it might be. If you're in a warmer area, it also might be. If you're where we're at, it's on its way out, to be honest, right now. And so we're like, I just gathered a bunch today so that I can start working with it. But we have a special place we go to forage where it's very sustainable. We have logging going on up here where we're at in certain areas. And so if you can find those just logged patches, it's horrible because the pine trees are all gone. The forest is decimated. But what's left over is a lot of disturbed soil. And so what we get the following years are mullein patches. We get lots and lots of St. John's wort that starts popping up usually about the I'd say the second or so year. Yarrow, goldenrod, it's crazy. So the forest regenerates itself. And then the logging company that is up here by us, they're very responsible. So they send in people to replant the trees. And then eventually the forest grows back up and the ecosystem changes and the St. John's wort disappears from under the trees, and because it likes the meadows. So, but yes, it is now just about over for St. John's wort. Oh, Liliana, thank you. She says, I love your newsletter. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I work really hard on it. It's a labor of love. Oh, good, Sharon. Good. I'll see you at the webinar. Awesome, you guys. Yeah, if you haven't registered yet, or if you haven't seen it, go ahead and register for the webinar. I talk about 5 herbs, just 5, so it's not overwhelming, that you can find in the grocery store or you can grow. They're easy to find and they're easy to grow. And they're amazing as a foundation for your home apothecary. And I explain why they work. And you come away with this free guide. It's a 29-page free guide. So. Oh, Sue says, I've done this before, Sue. Sue says, I sent away for self-heal seeds. Guess what? My back hill is full of wild self-heal. I know. Sometimes that just happens. So, oh, thank you, Julia. Yep, I like how involved you are with your students. That is wonderful. It really, you know what? Honestly, well, I was a teacher in public school for many, many, many decades, and I love teaching. And you have to show up. I've also taken herbalism courses and aromatherapy courses from a number of different schools. And, you know, the ones where the teacher shows up are the best. And the ones where the teachers are actually accessible for questions are the best. I feel like it's good to have that interaction. You know, I think we've all probably at this point taken online courses where you're just handed a bunch of text, here you go, and you're on your own. Honestly, that's not super effective teaching. It's just not. So I do believe in interaction, for sure. Oh, Liliana got the soap making course. Awesome. That's a great course. And yes, I know I've had quite a few students write to me after they take the soap making course, and they start businesses or they're addicted. And it really is. It's addicting to make your own soap. It's a lot of fun. Colleen says, hi from Sandpoint. Hey, neighbor. Sorry I missed the beginning. I was working in the garden. Well, so glad you're here. In the beginning, I just kind of explained why I've been gone for so long. Lots of stuff going on. It's called life, you know, some of it good, some of it bad, really bad, actually. And so, yeah, it's life, peaks and valleys, right? We all have them. Julia says, animals are amazing. I think I will be signing up for the family certification. You won't be sorry. It's a really great course. Lots and lots of positive feedback on it from students. Oh, Ronnie put a video about St. John's wort. Um, Maybe, Harani, if you've got the link to the webinar handy, maybe just stick that one in again too as the chat goes up. Julia says, we live on almost 11 acres. We decided this year to mow paths. Oh, beautiful. I love that. We are finding so many herbs: yarrow, St. John's wort, red clover, mullein, burdock. Nice. It sounds like a beautiful area. Is there an essential oil that helps to soften the hair? Not really an essential oil, but carrier oils. There are several that are wonderful for working with hair. And, we all have different kinds of hair. And, for some people with really coarse hair, you want to have maybe a heavier, thicker oil. And for those of us with really fine hair, the thicker oils aren't really helpful. They tend to drag it down and make it like a mess. So you want to do a little research on that. But argan oil, I know, is pretty good for all hair types. So you can kind of look at that. But if you want to use essential oil, what essential oils are really good for with your hair is the scalp. So rosemary essential oil, peppermint essential oil. You could just do a couple drops in a spoonful of oil and then just massage it in to the scalp and let it sit there for a few minutes and then wash it out. You definitely want to wash it out. You don't want to sleep in it or anything like that because you don't want to clog your pores or your hair follicles. That's not going to be helpful for your hair. So, but yeah, certain essential oils do help the scalp. But as far as softening hair, you're going to go with the carrier oils. Let's see. Joy says, medicinally, other than sleep, what is mugwort good for? I just found where I can forage for it. Mugwort is a member of the Artemisia group of plants, and it's actually can be helpful for deworming. It's very bitter, so it's helpful for the digestive system. But you know what? I know some people love using mugwort because it stimulates dreams and creativity, especially. So people don't really, I think a lot of people don't realize how important our dreams are, but our dreams are a way for our subconscious mind to kind of assimilate information and help you solve problems subliminally. I mean, have you ever had a dream and then you woke up and you were just like clear about something? That's happened to me a lot. And I do dream a lot. I don't take mugwort, but I've always been a dreamer, and I dream in color, a lot of activity, and they're usually sometimes a little strange, but there have been a lot of times where I've wakened up and I've just thought, oh, I think I can solve this problem now. But mugwort for some people is used in different rituals and things like that, which I'm not really a proponent of. But if you definitely want to improve your dreams, or if you're a person who doesn't dream at all and you want to, and you want to remember them, mugwort can be helpful for that. And you don't even have to take it. Like, you can just I have a video on YouTube about dream pillows, and you can do different things with your dream pillows. You can have good dreams. You can have a restful sleep. The pillows that you put next to your, under your, usually I tuck mine right into my pillowcase so that it's right next to my nose. But you can use herbs and you can use some essential oils, but they help your sleep state, and they can be really, really amazing. But yeah, if you put a little mugwort in there, you'll dream. You'll dream more, even without taking it internally. Julia says, I was a teacher too. I taught kindergarten, first grade, and worked in special ed. Hey, I taught third through eighth, and I also worked in special ed toward the end of my career. Yeah, really interesting. I love the kids. The kids are amazing. Not crazy about the education system at all, but the kids are wonderful. Julia says, at 55, I'm working with dogs and now studying herbs. And Vermont. You're from Vermont. Beautiful. I love Vermont. I've never been there, but I've always wanted to go. And I know people who live there. I know Colleen Kadekis moved from California or Oregon. Maybe it was Oregon. but I'm not sure, all the way to Vermont because of the forest fires that were going on, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but let's see here. Bye, Jean. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I was thinking this would be about 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the videos for the all access page. So if you're Harani, just put the link in there. So if you get that, just know the videos are old and they're going to be updated, and I'm going to drip them out this coming week. So if you're on my newsletter, you will hear about that. They're free. They also come with a really great home apothecary guide that helps you get that going. And then the webinar comes with the 5 herbs book, and that's the week after next. So be sure to sign up for that if you want to come, because the seats tend to fill up. And I have a few people helping me out there, sharing with their people too. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. But oh, good, Erica, you're registered. Awesome. All right. I love you guys. And you know what? If I'm not sure if you guys can post in the community or not. I don't know how that works on YouTube, but if you can, I would love it if you would just let me know, what kinds of videos you want me to do for you. And hey, Robin, I'm glad you're here. Let me know what kind of videos you want me to do to add to the mix. I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing a lot of outdoor videos. And just kind of walking around showing you things videos, even though I don't have a lot of medicinal herbs planted or cultivated on this property because we just moved here. I have some that I've gotten in the ground, but there are a lot of wild medicinals here, and I thought that might be kind of fun to go out and just show you some of those. So all right. If you want other things, let me know. I'm here for you, and I will see you if you come to the webinar. And hopefully you're on my newsletter list, and you'll be getting lots of herbal information that way too. All right, you guys. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.